Ja Morant was suspended for 7 games originally for pulling out the gun at the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone got on him. It was a very serious situation, only for 2 months later to pull out another gun while jamming out to NBA Youngboy in the car. And at first, I was kind of blaming the guy that was filming on IG Live. But then I realized that before he pulled out the gun, he put Ja Morant was all in the camera like, yeah, what's up? We in here, knowing he's on IG Live, only to pull out a gun 30 seconds later. Right. Now, he claims the gun was fake. He showed a video of him like lighting candles and whatever else, but he still got suspended for 25 games. That is a lot of games to be suspended for. A lot. That's what, like a quarter of your season or something like that?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
Niggas. That's what niggas do, man. Everybody wants to show out for the gram and, live in this day and age where, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and show your thug level. That's what happens. And at first, I remember at one point, because I really didn't know too much about him, but I perceived that he was, on some thug shit. But then everybody was hitting me up like, nah, yo, he comes from like a great middle-class home. He wears leather moccasins with no socks. You know what I mean? Argyle sweaters. So I had him pegged wrong. But then again, when you come from that environment, sometimes you can't wait to show out. Just to show you not square.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up losing, was it $30 million?
Was his suspension longer than any of the dudes that, remember the Malice in the Palace?
Ooh, yeah. Shit, I don't know.
Right.
Let me see.
Because I remember, I don't remember who specifically, but I think between like Jermaine O'Neal and Ron Artest, some of them dudes, and what was my man's name? Stephen Jackson? Some of them dudes, Stephen Jackson, they damn near missed the whole season.
Here we go. After the game, the NBA suspended 9 players, including Artest and Wallace, for a total of 146 games, leading for the players losing $11 million salary. 5 players were charged with assault and eventually sentenced to a year of probation, community service. 5 fans also faced assault charges and were banned from attending Piston games for life.
146 games total, meaning all of them?
All of them, yeah. So 9 players, 146 games total.
And how long was Ja suspended for?
NBA suspended Artest, Jackson, O'Neal, and Wallace indefinitely, saying their actions were shocking, repulsive, and inexcusable. So I guess the rest of the season they got suspended.
And how long was Ja suspended?
25 games.
Damn. So a fight is deadlier than a gun.
Depending on where the season was at the time, hard to say. Hard to say. But here we go. Artest was given the longest suspension. He was suspended for the remainder of the 2004 and 5 season, suspension that eventually totaled 86 games. There we go. 73 regular season, 13 subsequent playoff games. So really 73 games plus the playoff game. So yeah. Ron Artest got the book thrown at him.
Right.
I mean, listen, I can't really blame him for what he did. They were throwing ice and shit at him, like throwing drinks on him.
Well, he didn't even attack the dude that actually threw the drink. He attacked somebody that was completely innocent. Yeah. I forget what it was on Netflix. They did the thing about the Malice in the Palace. I forget what it was called.
No, I watched it.
Yeah, the documentary. Yeah. So
I mean, listen, I've been around Ron. I've interviewed him before. I've hung out with him before. He's.
I always thought he was a tamer version, but a little still wild of Dennis Rodman.
I can sort of see that. I remember when I first met him, and he was still playing at the time. He had the widest shoulder frame I've ever seen on a human being. Like it looked like wings. Like his shoulders were so wide. He was just an inhuman looking, human being. It was just like, wow, like this guy was born to play this game. I can't imagine getting into a fist fight with this guy. Like I can't imagine and taking a hard right from Ron Artest.
And that's what I mean when I make the comparison to Dennis. I think if the word I'm using is correct, is tenacious. They both had a certain tenacity about themselves on and off the court that to me resembled each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Hopefully, Ja learns from this. I mean, his sneaker is still for sale.
Yeah,
and Nike didn't lose the sneaker deal. It was just some dumb shit. Whether the gun was real or not, considering what you just went through, why even bring that shit with you? Like, seriously. Like, what?
Again, you chalk it up to young man mistakes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we'll see what happens.